Several companies that you see on your screen, they have severed ties with the NRA in the wake of the school shooting in Florida. Howard Kurtz is with us. He's the author of the book, Media Madness, Donald Trump, the Press and the War Over the Truth. So, Howard, welcome to the show again. Good to see you. Do you think that the media's treatment of the NRA has been fair in this instance?
I don't think the NRA has gotten good press from the media in about 2 decades, and there's simply no dispute about that. At the same time, so here you have, it's not a boycott because they have corporate relationships and discounts with these companies that are severing ties, but you don't see many in the press saying, oh, this is terrible, or that, the NRA shouldn't be blamed or boycotted for its political positions.
How about the media's treatment of the officers who apparently did not go into the school in Florida during the shooting itself? Was the media fair with them?
It is so appalling and heartbreaking that at least some of this carnage could have been prevented by these officers who were charged with doing that, that I don't have any problem with the press, calling them out for essentially dereliction of duty. I don't have any sympathy for them. But just to circle back to the NRA for 1 minute, Stuart, the NRA has really escalated its rhetoric against the media. And as you may know, Dana Lash at the CPAC gathering and also in an NRA TV video have accused the mainstream media of loving these mass shootings and feasting on them and glorying in them, and I think that's really offensive. I do think the press needs to be fair to the NRA. It's not NRA money that has prevented Congress from acting on any gun control measures. It's the fact that it has so many dedicated, motivated, passionate members who are gun owners, but at the same time, nobody likes to see this carnage. Nobody likes to cover it. It doesn't necessarily boost ratings because people are just so turned off by the endless series of shootings here, and I just wanted to make that point.
Entirely right, Howard, and thank you very much for making that point. That is a fair point indeed. I'm just trying to work out how we get to a position where these terrible events can be covered objectively by a media which generally skews a little bit to the left, if not to the far left. I don't think we're anywhere near that point at this stage.
Yeah, I mean, especially on issues like gun control, there is very little question that many journalists either quietly or quite overtly, are in favor of some gun control measures. But what scrambled the decks here is President Trump. President Trump even challenging the NRA, which backed him strongly to some degree on this raising of the age from 18 to 21 for buying these assault-style rifles like the AR-15. And you have some changes now, Stuart, in conservative media. The New York Post, Rupert Murdoch paper, conservative, pro-Trump, series of front-page headlines in favor of gun control. One began, Mr. President, please act. You had Pat Robertson on the Christian Broadcasting Network saying there's no reason to sell these kinds of assault-style weapons. So I'm seeing some changes here, and I think the president deserves more credit than he's getting from the press for putting gun control or, a whole panoply of issues, mental health and so on, arming teachers in schools. A lot of them, the press don't agree with that. At the top of the media radar, at the top of the national agenda, everybody said, oh, nothing's going to happen. It'll just be like every other shooting. We'll see. But President Trump has changed the conversation here, and he's taking some political risk to do so. I think he deserves some credit for the press for holding those televised meetings.
That meeting at the White House last week, I think that was a real break in the way these things are handled. Howard, thanks for joining us, as always, sir. See you again soon.
Thank you, Stuart.
Yes, sir.